Hey, Whiskey Faces, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kara.
Kara, what do we have today?
We have ASW. A flight.
Yeah, and it came in this cool little box. All these little four little guys. And it's a Flight of Fancy. And I was like, well, it's got a name on it, so we gotta get it. Let's
True.
do it.
It also came with this little guided tasting wheel and a production process if you want to read about that. So we're going to start with the Fiddler.
The Fiddler.
Unison. It is it's 45%. It is a blend of Georgia and Indiana whiskey.
So all of these have their distillate. These three, I believe, are their own distillate, and the Fiddler
is a blend.
Is a blend of MGP and their distillate, but I don't know the age statement.
Don't know the mash bill or the age statement, but the only way to find out if it's good is to...
We can go to the website, but I didn't want to be biased about... Sometimes when you try to scroll to figure out stuff, you see tasting notes, and I didn't want to do that. So we're going to this with only the information the bottle has on there, because I don't want to be like, power of suggestion.
Yeah, so you should smell it.
It's the Fiddler.
I get a little youth graininess on the back.
Now, when I think of Fiddler, I think of like Irish.
Right? I think of the musical.
Oh, wee Leprechaun.
I think of the musical Fiddler on the Roof.
I was like, what musical? I've never seen it. Do I look like I'm cultured with like the arts?
Okay, we're just gonna go into this whiskey. It has a little bit of that oatiness.
It has a soft nose though. Yeah, no.
I get a little woodiness with the
I have to drink it. I don't know. Maybe I have too much mocos. No, I just got to get in there. It's not.
Well, so we did have a higher proof earlier today, so hopefully that doesn't taint this.
She said taint. Okay, it's got flavors.
I like caramels.
Yes.
I like what they did with this. Okay.
I like it.
I don't know if it's my palate, but at the finish, you get almost a toasty or a smoky quality with the youthy grain.
I'm almost getting a crafty oatiness.
Well, with that,
I'm not getting. No.
Okay, I think it's just how it's blending with the MGP.
Could be. But I'm not.
That's not bad.
No, I like it.
Wow.
I'm not getting an MGP like, oh, this is what I'm drinking. It's.
From the nose, I thought this was going to be more grain forward than it is. There is that crafty oatiness on the finish, but you get that bright caramel notes, and then it goes into this like little crafty note on the mid palate to the end with the oats.
But it's not harsh, so it's not.
I think the 45% really helps it.
It does.
It's kind of crushable.
Crushable like a can.
That's not offensive at all.
It's
a little youthful, but if the price is right, I think that's a try.
Yeah, but I think it's very soft that I don't know if it can hold up into some cocktails.
I don't think so. I think this is just a little easy.
Just an easy sipper.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's good. I think it's especially for like it's part craft, part MGP. I like that they blended their own stuff into it. Though.
I do. I do too. And it doesn't scream to me as MGP. It's just more crafty to me, but not in an offensive way.
Right. So the next one we have is a rye.
Mm-hmm. Is it small writing?
No, it's Resurgence, but I don't think that's how I would expect it to be spelled.
You can spell it however you want. Doesn't mean it's correct.
Yeah, it's a crazy cute logo. Look at that. Is that like a phoenix or a falcon?
Yeah.
That's like a cool ass tattoo.
Yeah, okay, now it does have me thinking, like, how do you spell Resurgence?
I thought it would be C.
This cool little label, it looks like a poster.
Oh.
Looks like a poster in, like, those magic shops.
Art Deco-esque. Romantic style. No, but it's not Art Deco at all. No. I'd retract that. I didn't see it very fully.
Okay.
It is a rye malt whiskey. Oh, this one's 43%.
Smell it. It smells what we're getting on the finish of the Fiddler.
Oh, it reminds me of something. Can I tell you what it was?
Tell me.
Do you remember when we did a Laws flight? We did right here?
I banished all memory. Banished it.
Son of a gun. Okay, so yes, it is heavy, crafty on the note, and then
Is this malted rye?
Yep.
Okay.
I wonder if it's 100% rye. There's a note of minty, almost minty.
I didn't want to do my homework because I
Minty-
just didn't want to.
Minty basil, minty.
Oh, I could see that actually.
There's
A little bit of basil.
There's something herbaceous on
With-
this baby.
If you're ever deserted, not on an island, but like in the middle of nowhere, and you need something to eat, and all there is weeds, this is what you have.
I don't like this.
This is weeds. And not like the good weed. This is just straight up weeds that you use pesticide to kill. I don't care. I don't care for it.
Why does the
It's
finish?
got. I don't know what's in my mouth right now. Like, what is it? It's like a mothball. I ate a mothball. That's what it is. But
It's
not
like
the drying sensation,
the weeds,
just the flavor.
Do you know what really sticks? I don't know why this pops in my head. When you say it tastes like
Yeah.
weeds, it tastes like dandelions with sugar on them.
I've seen dandelions,
They're
but
edible.
I've never smelt them or tasted them. I don't know.
It goes to it's the
Should be sold in yoga shops.
it does feel really earthy.
Yep.
So the rye characters that is in this whiskey is very herbaceous, and then it takes a hard left turn right on the finish and goes super saccharine sweet. It's hard. It's a hard left, like
I'm
a
not-
U-turn. So I feel I don't want to be so blunt, but it's a little too.
It's not youth. It's
It's a
something.
very specific quality of rye that's just not my
Mhm.
jam. I like the spicy clovey rye. This tends to be a little aged, a little bit more aged. This is almost basil. This is like very herbal.
This is telling you, do not take road trips to the middle of nowhere, because this is what you are left if you don't pack rations.
So this is the third one. This is duality. This is a malt, double malt. What does double malt mean?
I think it's malted barley and malted rye.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I feel like I should just stick my tongue in here.
Oh, and you'll get a smoky note on the.
Okay, at the very end, for a minute, I was like,
Okay,
where's
this
the
is
smoky?
okay. This is really weird. It smells like smoky raspberries to me. Yep, right there.
Oh, because it's got a brightness to it.
And a sweetness. It smells like smoky raspberries. That smells awesome.
Okay, now when you say that, I'm like, oh, I'm there. But when before it clicked in my head, because I was still stuck on like, awful.
Oh my god, that
I
smells.
was like, what is this? Because it still has a little bit of graininess to me.
Yeah.
But when you get that power of suggestion.
Oh, that's smoky raspberries. I'm going in.
What the hell is this? It's not like
I don't understand.
get the hell off my planet, but like
don't understand
like
this.
the rye. But this almost has peat to it. Does it have peat in it?
It says it's smoky.
It's got peat in it. This is peat, or something of their version of peat,
But it's so subtle.
like
that it's hard.
a smoked grain.
Maybe. Please don't knock my whiskey.
You might thank me for it later.
Mhm.
Okay, on the nose, what I'm
Okay.
getting is not on the palate at all, which is
Unfortunate.
thing. No, it's a good thing because I only got that smoked raspberry once in the power suggestion. I need to be hypnotized.
It's getting
for that.
more. It's getting more oaty. Dry oats when you open it and you go poof.
I
It's
don't
that.
know that. I only know like the little
It's
individual packets that you pour in a bowl.
It's the dust from that.
And you use milk, not water, because water is just
That's gross.
what is that?
That's gross.
No.
It's super oaty on the nose now. It
It
was
is.
like sugared
That's
smoky raspberries before.
when I got
it was
it
amazing.
at first, but then it went away, and I was like, I'm not getting it anymore.
Okay, so I'm getting the smoke again. Hold on, I found it. But now it's smoked oatmeal. Well, I could get behind that.
Something that's almost like mesquite.
I like
kind
that.
of like they cook the grain before.
I think you're right. I
mesquite
think
it.
they're smoking it.
There's something on it, and I'm a little extra sensitive to that. No, I don't hate it, and I think that's what keeps me going back for more. Because otherwise, it's quite not there for me.
So we're gonna go on to the last offering. What is
Okay.
the last one?
Fire tire. Did I say it wrong? Fire tire.
Fire tire, otherwise known as tire fire.
Okay, hold on. I think they had the name right. Not how I pronounced it. Tire fire.
It's a fire of a tire.
Okay. It actually reminds me of going to a tire shop and I think they
Oh,
named
it does.
appropriately.
There it is. I got it.
Because they have a waiting room with all the display tires that
And it
stink like
smells.
freaking shit, but not literal shit, just like tires, rubbers. And so you're like, well, what's around here? Because I'm not sitting
It
in
smells
there
like
all day
tires.
while they change my tire.
You're right. It does smell like tires.
It's not even peat. But it still has that weird grain.
Peated single malt. So
What's
that's barley.
Puckishly. What does that even mean?
We'll Google it later.
Is this like an English language, or is this like the British English
It
language?
smells like bicycle tires.
No, it's not even bicycle tires. At least those are fun. I'm afraid to go for it for the first time.
I'll do it. Ready?
The longer it sits in the
One.
glass, the more grain's coming out.
Yep, that's why I gotta go because I don't like that.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm going back. Just
Are you
like
ready?
you know, Pete that has that smoked brisket coals on the finish. Yeah, has that on the finish. That I like. That makes me happy.
No.
It's the grain forward.
No. Okay.
Oh, it's the
Oh my
graininess.
god. Okay. There's
Wow.
some really peaty scotch that's almost like charcoal briskets.
Yeah, that's
In
the
your
finish.
mouth.
That's the finish.
But at least those are kind of a little bit
Sweeter.
sweeter.
Yeah.
And this is just like, you didn't even light the brisket yet. This is just putting it straight from the bag. And I licked it, and then there were some oat grains on there, and I don't care for this, and I think because I really enjoy peated scotch that I'm having this bias. And I feel really bad,
I feel
but
bad.
okay, someone who enjoys peated scotch, you're not gonna like this. But if you're a bourbon person who likes craft grains, I still don't know if you'd like it, but you'd have a better chance than a scotch person.
Well, my concern is because none of these are age stated, we don't know if these are 1 year, 2 years, whatever.
Mhm.
I am not going to judge ASW distillate by this flight because I've had a previous craft flight that was all 2 years old. It was not my real well. Didn't like it.
That one that Men in Black did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hear great things about their newer stuff
That are older.
that is much older. I'm just surmising that these sample packs were early on. And they're continuing to age their whiskey. I'm going to go back to this Tire Fire because I think that one is the better one of their distillate.
What?
This is the better one of these three.
Oh,
This
of
is
these
not
three.
theirs.
Okay,
This is a
the
blend.
Fiddler. Yeah, I understand it's a blend. We love Pingree, and that's a blend as well. Okay.
I like
This
that.
I'm
is
fine
fine.
with this Fiddler. Everything else, I have thoughts, and they're not good thoughts, and they're kind of like where you need a baseball bat smashing stuff thoughts.
Oh, that's
I
aggressive.
feel violent.
Okay. I'm going to go and try the Tire Fire one more time.
I like the Fiddler. It's okay.
The Tire Fire to me
Mm-hmm.
is not offensive. It's great. It is very youthful in the front. But what they're doing with the peat to make it like a smoky coals flavor, I enjoy. I would love to see this probably like 6 to 8 years old. So there are certain things about rye and young grain, and not really sure what type of varietal this rye is. This is not
It's
my
different.
jam. It's a
It's
little
different.
too more it's too much herbal for me. This double malt is rye and malt. I'm digging their barley, but it has that percentage of rye that's just not my jam. And that's why these ones stand apart as not for me. Now this one, this is definitely youthful. Tire Fire is youthful on the beginning. I could see, but I really enjoy the finish on this. It would help if you didn't make those faces.
There is a note. I just wouldn't go away.
Okay, so the Tire Fire is fairly youthful in my opinion on the palate. I do like what they're doing with the peat and the finish, the smoky brisket. Older, super intriguing. Now, if you just want to try something from ASW to support craft, and we're all about supporting craft, I recommend the Fiddler. It is a blend of what they're doing and MGP. It's super non-offensive. That youth is there, it is, but it's balanced very beautifully with MGP. And I think that's, for this lineup, I think that's the winner. And for my palette, Tire Fire comes in a second place. I think these ones are, although they're fantastic labeling.
Tire Fire or Fire Tire came in second place.
Yes, for me.
Who is your mama?
What's your second place?
There is no second place. There's you win or nothing at all.
This is a win-lose game,
This is.
and that one won.
Yes.
The one that you're clutching to your chest.
If I had to choose, yes.
Oh,
This is it.
okay.
There, you win. There is no like participation points trophy shit. No, this is no new age like, oh there, you came in last place, but here's a trophy. No, first place or nothing.
First
No.
place or nothing?
For this. For this.
Okay. If you had any at ASW at their own distillate, please give us a comment below telling us what you thought. While you're down there, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you can join us in our next video. Well, I don't know about you, but
I don't have
in supporting of craft,
Yes.
but in complete transparency,
Yes.
we recommend the Fiddler.
The Fiddler. I really want to love you, ASW, and go Fiddler!
Cheers.
Cheers!